Hi guys, what's up? It is your friend here on the internet, Anita Serene, and I'm here with another tarot pick a card. And this tarot pick a card is going to be about yes or no to any question that you have on your mind. And whether it's love, career, family, you're worried about something, hopefully, I can bring you peace and give you some answers about whatever it is that's on your mind using the tarot cards as well as my intuition. Now, I do want to let you guys know I do have a Patreon. If you like my readings for only $11.11 a month, you will get 4 videos just like this one per month, but I get a lot more specific and a lot more in depth on my Patreon because I'm reading for a smaller audience and I can go a lot deeper when I'm reading for a smaller audience. So be sure to check out my Patreon, guys. It's super cheap psychic service that will guide you through all areas of your life for only $11.11. Now, these are your 6 options. What I need you to do is I need you to pick one of the 6 options with your intuition. Once you pick an option, fast forward to the timestamps I provide in the pinned comment as well as the description. Click the timestamp next to your chosen option and it will take you right to your reading. Now, what I want you guys to do is I want you to really only to clear your mind and only think about the question you have on your mind. Clear your mind and only think about the question you have on your mind and ask the universe to reveal to you which option is for you. If your intuition is feeling a little shaky, you can also use a random number generator. Generate a number between 1 to 7. Whatever number you get, click the timestamp next to your chosen option. Now, if you get 7, that means this reading just isn't for you, and that's okay. Sometimes that happens. Just go to another reading of mine on my page. All right, guys, so be sure to pick an option, clear your mind, and think about what it is you want answered today with the tarot cards, and we're going to get right to it once you click that timestamp. We are about to get started, so if you need more time, be sure to pause the video. I will see you at your psychic reading. Group number 1, for all of you who chose this number right here, this is going to be your psychic reading about yes or no. So let's take a look at this. So I see with the High Priestess, this is a card that really talks about having an intuitive psychic gift, and you are led by the signs. You are led by God. You are led very strongly by your intuition. So I have a strong sense, group number 1, your intuition has already given you the answers that you seek. It's just that I feel a lot of you are very young. And if you're not young, with the Page of Pentacles, this tells me you guys are on the way to becoming the High Priestess. You're on the way to becoming this person who trusts their intuition because time and time again, your intuition has proven to be right. You guys are forever students, as I see with the library. But what I see from this card is you don't necessarily have to go to school to learn. You actually learn in every scenario that you're in. You learn when you network. You learn when you go to the clubs. You learn when you're out with your friends. You're constantly learning in practical application in life. This speaks of whatever question you are asking, your intuition has already told you. You followed it and your intuition is correct. And not to second guess that. And for you, group 1, I see someone who is meant to choose fun in this part of your life. Yeah, that might sound backwards because parents and society might tell you that you need to grow up or you need to be a responsible adult. But what if God is giving you this opportunity in your life to be a child or make up for the years you lost that you did not have when you were younger because you were dealing with trauma or you were dealing with having to be an adult way too soon? What if God is putting you in this chapter of your life where fun opportunities are presenting themselves to you? Because you are meant to just live carefree, to adopt a childlike mindset, as we see with this card right here, child eternal. Maybe you are being led to go to that concert, go to that festival, go to Cancun, go backpacking in Europe, take some years off and just have your hair be pink, buy childish things. People might be telling you to act your age, or you're getting older, it's time to grow up. But what if God doesn't have that path for you right now? What if the path for you is to make up for lost years and not to let anyone shame you out of that? Whether you are 20, 30, 40, 50, or 60. Sometimes we don't get to live our childhood or teenage years in these societal appointed times. Sometimes we miss those years because circumstances in our life that are out of our control. So you know what? You go to When We Were Young festival. You dress younger than your age. Post whatever you want. Post like you're a teenager on TikTok. Go to those festivals. Go towards what feels fun that you would have done as a teenager if you could. Because that is exactly the life choices you are meant to be living. Because life has a very funny way of weaving things that seem unrelated together. And where you are going to find your path, where you are going to learn the most, where opportunities will arise for you. Did we hear that confirmation ding from Spirit? Is going towards living a life that you wanted as a child and teenager, but you could not live because of circumstances at the time. And trust that you are very smart, very studious, always learning. And in your adventures, you will learn very important lessons that will help you later in life. Sometimes learning isn't all about degrees. Sometimes learning isn't all about books. I had a guy I was seeing who thought I was an idiot because, I don't know how to write properly, but I'm smart in other ways. I'm very good at reading people. And that's not something you can learn through books. That's not something you learn. That's something you learn through practical application of dealing with people. So learning comes in all different places, all different ways, even the fun ways. My love, that is all I have for you. I hope that was helpful, and I will see you later. Group number 2, welcome to your reading about yes or no. What will happen today? What will come? Is it a yes or is it a no with the question you have on your mind? Let's find out. So immediately I see you guys, you do deal with racing thoughts with this Black Widow card. When the Black Widow originally came out, I was a little bit worried because this is normally a bad omen. But then we had the Three of Wands, which talks about looking into the future. And we also had the Faith card come out in reverse. Not only that, the 2 cards here to represent you are the Beggar and the Engineer, which tells me you are overthinkers. You get in your head, you catastrophize, you overthink, and you have a tendency, not trying to sneak diss you whatsoever, by the way, not trying to make you feel bad whatsoever, but you do have a tendency to think the worst about the future and mistake your anxiety for intuition about horrible things to come. Some of you could actually deal with panic attacks, depression, anxiety, or you are thinking the worst outcome is about to happen in a certain situation and you're preparing for the worst. I'm here to reassure you, group 2, that feeling you have that something horrible or awful is going to happen, that's going to ruin your life, or it could even be like, I'm never going to get married because if I haven't found somebody in 4 years, I'm never going to find anybody. Or my person is getting a little distant. They must be cheating on me. Or, oh my gosh, I work for myself and I'm worried my money is about to run out. There's a lot of worries going on here. And I do hear the message, guys, that a lot of you, which I don't like to discredit your feelings to simply biological incidences. But I will tell you, I'm also very much like this, very sensitive moon in the 8th house person. You guys can have moon in the 8th house. And I struggle with this too. I do have panic attacks too. And I do have feelings that me or a loved one is about to die. But guess what? It never happens because it's just a panic disorder, an anxiety disorder. And I'm seeing specifically that coffee really irritates it for you. Caffeine really irritates that for you. Adderall. Caffeine, uppers really irritate that paranoid, worried thinking for you. And the advice here is to get some sleep, and in the morning, you're going to feel better and you will be more in touch with your intuition. As far as is something horrible about to happen to you, no, babe, I don't see it. My grandma used to say that 98% of things that we worry about never happen, and it is very true. 98% of things we worry about, they never happen. I'll give you an example. I frequently worry one day I'm going to go broke because I don't have a paycheck. It depends on how my videos perform. And it depends on if I have the energy to create content. And that's not always stable. So I'm constantly worried I'm not going to get brand deals. I'm not going to make money. But somehow, some way, money always shows up in my bank account. And I do feel like it is that same way for you, where the worst case scenario is not going to happen. And you're going to be like, wow, once you get some sleep, I was just running on lack of sleep and too much caffeine. And that thing I was worried about, it never happened. Because in the near future, with the Queen of Cups and the Four of Swords, I see you being in complete peace. And I think you are expecting the worst because you're lacking faith with the faith in reverse, because you are smart, and smart people have a tendency to overthink every little thing. But I'm here to tell you that worst case scenario is not going to happen. In fact, what I want to do for you is I'm going to set my bun down. I'm going to do something a little extra. Say hi to the bun. His name is Roger. My Roger Rabbit. Roger Rabbit, I love you so much. I should have been more specific when I asked for a boy that was obsessed with me. My Roger Rabbit. Okay, I'm going to draw a card for what's coming for you next. Just to give you, and I'm shuffling on camera so you know I'm not just telling you what you want to hear. What is coming for group number 2 next? Because I see that they're in this lack of faith, expecting the worst. What's coming for group 2 next? We have the ick. A lot of you guys, I am going to tell you this. Trust the feelings of ick that you get towards people. That is your future self telling you something about that person. You might be like, am I shallow for getting the ick because their toes look weird? Am I shallow for getting the ick because of the way they laugh? Like, you might be getting the ick over someone and it's not rational. And you might think it's shallow or it's not, but actually the ick is your intuition picking up something intuitively before you've seen it factually. So if you're getting the ick over someone, don't brush it off and go, oh, I'm just being too picky. No, queen or king, you are not being too picky. That is your intuition speaking to you. Okay, what else is coming to you? Let's get another card from this deck. We have the Hermit. This talks about spending time alone. In regards to a love connection, I am feeling for you, group 2, it might be time for you to retreat from someone you are seeing because there is an incompatibility here. In a love connection specifically, I also feel as though there might be a break or needed separation between you and your person to really gain perspective and clarity on the situation. That's all I have for you, my love. I hope that was helpful. Me and Roger Rabbit say goodbye. He's nibbling on my butt, and I will see you later. Hi, group number 3. I'd like to introduce you to my friend Roger. My little Roger Rabbit, he will be joining us, helping me with my intuition today. So let's get into it. Yes or no to your question. So, group 3, I feel like you have to make a hard decision. And I think you know what decision you want to make, but you're having a hard time making it because, what words do I want to use? I feel like the situation that you're in is causing you a lot of anger, stress, anxiety, and you feel like you're always doing things you don't want to do, but you're forced to do it. And I see that with the card of the slave in reverse. It's like, I don't want to have to do this, but I have to do it. And I hate that I have no control over my life. I feel like a slave. And I'm always doing a bunch of shit I don't want to do. I also see that with the energy of the card anger. Anger says anger is an unmet need or a boundary that has been crossed. It reminds you to set healthy boundaries to protect yourself when facing anger. Learn to be calm and reflective, discovering growth opportunities within. Then I also see with the 9 of Swords that you are also experiencing mental anguish over this decision, because what I'm hearing is it's a hard decision for you to make. Because the situation that you are in is no longer serving you. But it's hard for you to make the decision to walk away or to leave it behind because you're worried about what would happen if you did. This could be you're making a decision of whether or not to walk away from school, whether or not to walk away from a job, because you feel like you already invested so much time and energy to this job, so much time and energy to this relationship. You've already invested so much. The message here is to choose the option that will bring you the most peace of mind. But not making a decision is also a decision. And when you don't make a decision and you decide to stay in a situation that's causing you so much stress, anxiety, and negative feelings, you are choosing that scenario. So the message here is, if you want to exit the scenario that's causing you a lot of stress, causing you anxiety, the message is to, I'm hearing from my higher self, my source, and also because I've been in this situation, this is what God told me, so I'm going to relay to you what I was told by God and my higher self. Either pray for a solution that will make it so you can stay in your current environment, keep that pet, keep your job, keep a work environment, except have it be less stressful for you. Pray for a solution, and God will deliver you that solution. Now, if God does not deliver you a solution on how to stay in your current environment, except it being peaceful, where you're no longer a slave, because whatever situation you're in, you feel like a slave. They might be treating you like a slave, and it brings you daily anger and resentment and all of these negative feelings that life is too short to experience and too short to feel. Life is not guaranteed, so minimize all anxieties out of your life. Choose routes that are going to bring you peace with this hammock card. I'm getting the name Robert. Maybe some of you guys have recently lost weight, as signs this is for you. But Choose in life everything that's going to bring you the least amount of anxiety and the least amount of stress. That is how you prolong your life. And trust that when you choose options that will give you the least amount of anxiety, the least amount of stress, your wishes and your heart's desires will meet you on that path. I strongly feel you guys need to get rid of the belief that I have to stress myself out. I have to push hard. I have to take ice baths and stress myself out and push to get what I want. No. Be it unto him his truest beliefs. Trust that when you choose paths or make decisions that will save you stress, save you anxiety, give you more peace, serenity, and peace of mind, your heart's desires will meet you on the path that you are on. Even if it doesn't seem probable, even if it doesn't seem logical, because no, everybody's path to success, they were striving and pulling and stressing themselves out and working themselves to the bone. You might feel like that's the path that you need to do in order to get your heart's desires, but that's not true at all. Your heart's desires are waiting to be presented to you in serendipitous, unexpected ways as gifts from God on paths that you choose with this Chariot card that give you the most peace, tranquility, and serenity, even if they are not the treaded path, the path that has worked before. Always choose things that will give you the most peace and serenity, and your heart's desires will follow. And I really feel that your higher self, God, a greater source, wanted you to know that today. And that's why I was sent on your path. And I feel like you want to make this decision. So the message I hear for you is choose the decision that will give you the most peace and serenity. And blessings will follow with the Wheel of Fortune, even if it seems like it won't. And I feel that if you don't want to make a hard decision, okay, because it would just be too hard for you. Like I said at the beginning of the reading, my bunny's got the zoomies. Like I said at the beginning of the reading, if you just pray and ask God for a solution to stay where you are, except in a way that is more peaceful for you, works better for you, and isn't so emotionally taxing, God will present that opportunity to you. And if he doesn't, that means it's time for you to kick it to the curb and move on and choose more peaceful, serene things in your life. Me and Roger Rabbit want to thank you so much for watching today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye, guys. Sign up for my Patreon so I can get really expensive rabbit pellets. Group number 4, yes or no to any question on your mind. I will be answering that for you today with the tarot cards. And also, if you guys are wondering who the Bun Bun is, this is my new Bun Bun. His name is Roger Rabbit. Well, Roger for short. So this is little Roger, and he says, hello, sign up for Anita's Patreon because it would make us very, 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 very happy. Group number 4. I'm getting a strong sense of justice in the court system being involved here. We have the sword and scales and also the card of justice, which they actually mean the same thing. We got double cards in the spread, and we have, I'm seeing justice will be served. Justice will be served. And honestly, I'm getting a triple yes, not just one yes, not just 2 yes. I'm getting 3 yeses. Now, before you're like, oh my gosh, I committed some heinous crime and I'm so afraid that means I'm going to be going to jail. So let's say you're the perpetrator of injustice. I just want you to know that everybody makes mistakes. And sometimes mistakes cause us to evolve and change, to be more aware. Sometimes we don't know any better at the consciousness that we're at. And I know that's taboo to say, but I really feel everyone deserves a second chance. And I really feel that sometimes we're born into environments, or our environment is so bad that our survival snake brain kicks in. And sometimes we do horrible things. Sometimes horrible things are done to us. And we, in turn, don't know how to process those emotions and do horrible things. I don't see people as all good or all bad. And I know that some people are put in circumstances that make them make horrible mistakes. So if you are someone who's facing some jail time and you're worried, you're like, am I going to go to jail? Let me cover you first. If you're someone who did something horrible, what will the consequences be? We have the Ace of Pentacles. I see you just having to pay a fine. I don't see it being, or at most 1 year in prison. I don't see it being life-changing. I don't see it being... But listen, I'm hearing don't do it again, because with the Seven of Swords in reverse, you will not get away with it. The Seven of Swords in reverse is saying this is your warning. If you do it again, you might not get off as easy. You will get caught, and the punishment will not be as light. And if you guys are in a karmic relationship where there's like fighting, and if this doesn't relate to you, I get it. I understand completely. Just hold tight. But for those of you it is for, if you're in a karmic relationship that involves physical violence and that person triggers you, just get the hell out. Get the hell out before they take more years of your life. If that person triggers you, it's time to break up. I don't care what love is there. Or if it's a drug addiction or a toxic lifestyle. It's this feeling of right now the consequences might not be as heavy with the Ace of Pentacles. But with the Devil and the Seven of Swords in reverse, you will not get away with it forever. And there will be more serious consequences in the future. So I'm not here to judge, guys. And I want you to know that, because sometimes good people make mistakes. And that's why sometimes when people get life in prison, I think that is way too harsh, because especially when if they do crimes before their amygdala, their brain is developed. And I think the American justice system is seriously screwed up. In other countries, they have reformative systems, but unfortunately, America is run on capitalism. And we don't give a shit about people. We care about corporations. So I want you to know I see you and I know how much stress you're in, but let this serve as a warning to you that the results, they might not be so severe right now, but you will not get away with it again. And next time they will be severe. Okay, now let's move on to the rest of you who are not little criminals or sociopaths. No, I'm just kidding. My bun. Okay, so for the rest of you who are victims, because I see a lot of you here are victims, I want to agree with you that you are a victim in this scenario. Justice will be served. Let's say you're dealing with a fuckboy, and I'm just giving an example. I'm going to give multiple different examples. Pregnancy. So I feel a lot of you child support. You're wondering, am I going to get the child support money? Yes, you will. Justice will be served in the situation, and the victim will have the correct justice served to them. Let's say you're doing a custody battle for some of you. The victim will be given fair justice. I see it twice and I'm hearing yes, yes, yes. You will get custody of your kids. You will see your kids again. I'm not trying to go on a tangent. I know this is hella specific. And for those of you who didn't ask about that, I do have love, relationships, career, money here for you too. So just hang tight. But my mom went through a custody battle with my dad, and my dad was trying to take custody so she couldn't get child support. It was super messy. And I really feel, I saw it firsthand. And I feel for kids and you guys who are going through that. But I'm seeing clear as day. Yes, yes, yes. Justice will be served and the victim will be compensated. Now, I do feel you're going to have to work for it a little bit with the 7 of swag. You might be like, it's so unfair. Why do I have to put so much energy, my time and energy into getting what's rightfully mine? And I totally understand that. But justice will be served, and it will be served fairly in this situation. Rest assured. Now, for others of you, if you guys are a victim of an unfairness or an injustice and you're wondering, will I get justice? Yes, yes, yes. Let's say you're in a situationship and the guy is stringing you along. And this is, even if you didn't ask about this, some of you guys need to hear this. Let's say the guy was faking that he wanted a relationship. He was being deceitful, faking he wanted a relationship so he could get something out of you. God is not going to ignore your pain. Justice will be served to this person. They will go through years of singleness, years of an abusive relationship, years of torture in some area of their life for the deception they have caused you. And even if that karma, because I'm getting a lot of energy of karma here, even if that karma is not served right when they're doing you wrong, God is a God of timing. And it might not happen, it might not be quick justice where it's like they're doing you wrong and then they get wronged a year later. God has a way of serving justice in due time, but the justice will be served and it will be served justly. That's what I'm seeing here. And, I've gotten served karma before. Hell yeah, I have. I had a really good man as my first husband. I'm not claiming to be a saint. No one is a saint. We all get our karma. I had a good man as my first husband. I did him very dirty because I didn't know any better. I was young. I was like really young. And guess what? I've had shit luck in my love life for 4 years. It's been horrible. And I'm like, you know what? I accept the karma. And for some people who get karma, they learn from it. They evolve from it. They grow from it. We grow from pain. People who aren't sociopaths or narcissists, they grow from pain. They realize where they're wrong and they modify their character. And most people do that. It's only like the 1% that don't. The sociopaths, narcissists. So we all get, different levels of karma. I've gotten it, So listen. Karma will be served. Justice will be served. It might not be in the timeline you think, but it will happen. And you will be given justice. And I heard a yes, yes, and a triple yes for whoever needed that solid confirmation. I got 3 yeses from 3 different guides. A triple yes. And persevere, stand up for yourself, fight for yourself, because it's going to be successful and it will weigh in your favor. Especially in the court of law. So my love, that is all for you. Me and Roger Rabbit say goodbye and thank you so much for watching. Sign up for my Patreon if that resonated with you for 4 extra videos just like this one a month. Bye. Hi, group number 5. Welcome to your reading about yes or no. I'm going to give you the answer in today's tarot reading. Now, I angled the camera down because I wanted to give view of my beautiful rabbit, Roger Rabbit, who is camouflaging in the gray couch, but he's my new bun and I love him so much, and he is a show bunny. He loves Mr. Roger Rabbit. Loves the camera as much as he loves me. So regardless of if I answer your question correctly, because this is such a general reading, I'm going to give you the message that's coming through that is meant for you to hear regardless. So we have the Queen of Cups representing your energy, which means you are a lover girl, a lover boy. And you're learning the lesson of detachment right now. So I'm hearing yes, but there's a caveat. Once you detach. Yes, but there's a caveat. Once you detach. Yes, what you want is coming. Yes, a favorable. And what I mean by yes, not like, yes, you're going to die soon, but no, a positive yes. Yes, What you want is coming. Yes, you will get your heart's desires. Yes, God wants to bless you. Yes, your manifestation is coming in. Yes, you will fall in love. Yes, you will meet your soulmate. Yes, you will get a high-paying job. Yes, you will be happy. But the caveat is once you detach, once you stop obsessing over it, instead of obsessing about how you don't have it, detaching energetically. Yes, you will have that person. Yes, it's like Oprah Winfrey. You get a free car. You get a free car. The universe is saying yes, 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 once you detach. Now, what does that mean? That means not thinking about someone all of the time, sending them all of your psychic energy because they can feel that. That means once you stop obsessing over getting a partner, like I have to get a partner. Once you stop obsessing, and instead, how can you stop obsessing? Because a lot of you guys are very intense. You could have Scorpio or 8th house placements. You're very intense and you love like a yearner. You want like a yearner. We got my poets here. We got my friends who love Dracula, who love intense love stories like Dracula, right? You're not a nonchalant baddie. You are a chalant baddie. And I don't want the spiritual community and law of attraction and people online to shame you out of that because your chalance is what makes you you. And I love that about you. But just learning how to pull back the obsession and detach. That is going to energetically bring you what you want. Isn't it funny? I'll tell you guys a story which relates to you. I was seeing this guy and I was obsessed, like memorize all of their favorite things, all of that stuff. But the second I stopped caring about this person and stopped thinking about this person and limerancing over this person, that is the second this person messaged me out of nowhere after a year. Literally the second. And then we started talking again. And the second I got attached and I was like, yeah, oh, I remember why I fell in love. The second I felt that and I was sending them all my psychic energy, all of a sudden I felt a pullback. Isn't that that's a cruel law of the universe. The more you chase someone, the more what happens? They run away. And so we have to learn to give love unconditionally, not because we want an outcome, not because we want to force an outcome, but because we want to vibrate out of our heart chakras to attract more love. So we give love realizing that we might not receive love from that same person, but just us giving love unconditionally without setting an outcome will attract so much love in a bunch of different places we didn't expect. Because the universe is serendipitous. It is exciting and it's surprising. And where you pour love into, it is never a waste. Because even though that love might not come back from that same person, it comes back from an even better person, an even better option. And so your lesson is to just detach from the outcome. Not like thinking about the future, just really being in the present moment and in your body, feeling love and giving love without any attachment. Like they better give me love back. They better give me commitment back. Just freely giving love because you know the energy and the vibration of love, of giving love, will manifest love in your life. And it might not be from the avenue you wanted or expected, but it'll be from an even better place, something better the universe has for you. So giving love and overgiving is never a waste, especially if you don't have expectations. If you have expectations on how you want someone to act or what you want them to do based on the love you give them, that pushes people away energetically. But if you love someone, don't be afraid to express it unconditionally because even though it might not be the outcome you have in your mind, the universe might have a better outcome, and that giving of love will attract even better love in your life in a way that you didn't expect and from who you didn't expect. So it is never a waste, because giving love is how you manifest love in your life. And it comes from normally a better source. Even if it's not the one you want, it's like an even better person you want, right? So the lesson here is you will get what you want, but you have to detach from how it's going to happen, when it's going to happen, and from who it's going to happen. And in the meantime, just give love freely. Because what you give to the universe energetically is what you get back. Now, I have to give you a warning. I was going to go into how you can detach. Focus on how can you help the world? How can you make an impact on the world? The universe is saying if you are having a hard time, players, yeah, I hear third party player situations. I hear you attract that in love. Give me a second, I'll go into that. So how you can detach from what it is you want is to focus your energy on something else. Like as soon as you focus your energy away from what you want and focus it onto something else, your desire becomes jealous and it comes chasing you. And I'm hearing the universe say right now to detach, focus on something you really care about that will help other people and the world, that uses your natural gifts. And get over your self-deprecation. You have a natural gift that helps other people. Get the fuck over your self-deprecation. You have a gift that helps other people. And I need you to stop going, no, I'm not talented. Well, shut the fuck up. Nobody cares. You're being a victim. You do. Think about it. You do. Use who you are, whether it's your generosity, whether it's your empathy, whether it's your creativity. Use the gifts God made you with to impact the world positively or the people around you positively. And by focusing your energy on that and turning your back on your desires, that's when your desires are going to come chasing you. So I'm hearing yes, once you detach. Because with the grapes here, I'm seeing you will have what you want and tenfold. Now, be careful because you're so passionate when you give. You are a very passionate lover. You are very passionate when you give love and energy, which is why God's saying, like, please help the world. We need your energy. You do attract vampires, people who prey on your love and suck the love out of you. Did you guys hear that ding? People love how you become obsessed with them. People love how you put all of this love and energy on them because you're so single focused and intense. They love the feeling of being loved. So they will vampire off of it and string you along and feed off of your love. Those people, pull your energy away from those people. They never give you anything back but breadcrumbs. Instead, put that intense focus onto your mission and your purpose, and something better or this person will come chasing you instead. And instead of being the chaser, you will be the chasee. So yes, you will get what you want as soon as you detach and follow those instructions that I gave you. Me and Roger Rabbit say goodbye. He's taking a nap now, so I'm not going to bother him. But we will see you later. If you liked this video, be sure to sign up for my Patreon. For only $11 a month, you will get 4 videos a month, just like this one. And it's a super cheap psychic service. I'll guide you through every area of life. Love, career, money, life purpose, what's next, through 4 videos just like this a month. And it's only $11. Get out. No psychic service is that cheap. Support me. Link is down below in the pinned comment and description for my Patreon. I love you guys so much. Thanks so much for being connected to me as my soul fam. I am giving you all my heart chakra love, and I will see you later. Hi, groove number 6. Welcome to your yes or no. I'm going to answer that for you today with my bunny, Roger Rabbit. He's my new pet, and he loves the camera. He loves the spotlight. So just ignore his little, look at how cute he is. Okay, I'm going to get to it. Blah, blah, blah. I came here for a reading. Type B ADD brain over here. I don't know if you guys can relate to that. But It feels as though group 6, I am hearing a yes, but initially it might be a no. Initially, there might be a lot of rejections. Now, I want to tell you, regardless of what you came here asking, I'm going to tell you the message you need to hear. So it might not match the question that you asked, but it's going to be the message that you need to hear regardless. Because Spirit and God, they work like that in funny ways. So I'm seeing here with this card right here, the World. Initially, you will be met with a lot of no's and a lot of rejections and a lot of shut doors. And it might make you think, oh, this is a no. This means it's not meant to happen. This means I'm not going to get what I want. But no, I'm hearing to keep persevering despite the rejections and despite the no's, because one day it will be a yes. One day it will come through for you. Some of you guys could be Christians as signs this is for you. I do see that. But if you're not, that's okay. So it feels as though when you feel like hope is lost, your spirit guides want to tell you that hope is not lost whatsoever. You might feel that way because you keep getting rejected. You keep getting doors slammed in your face. You keep being told you're not enough. But if you keep persevering past the rejections, you will reach a yes. Specifically when it comes to love, maybe you guys are in love with, you have it in your heart, you're meant to marry someone very talented or very successful. It might not be the exact person. Sorry, I had a burp. It might not be the exact person, but it will be an even better person who is also very talented, very creative, like how you like. Now, if it's not about marriage and it's more about the hustle, some of you guys, you are singers, you are speakers, you're podcasters, you're in the public eye, and you're wondering, will I ever make it? Will I ever have my I made it moment? And the answer is absolutely yes, you will. But first, you will encounter a lot of no's. First, you will encounter a lot of rejections. But these rejections, as I'm seeing with the wisdom card, are meant to teach you something. They're meant to help you better your craft, better your people skills, better your art of seduction, better your appearance, better you as a human in all way possible. So you might feel like the universe is telling me no, and I keep getting rejected and no, because it wants to torture me. No, on the contrary, rejections are your greatest teacher. And each time you get rejected, you improve. Each time you get rejected, you get even better at your craft, to the point where it will come a time, and yes, it's going to come with a little bit of work with this hustle culture. You're going to keep working on it, keep working on yourself, and you will be met with stop trying to chew my thing, with a yes. And if you are going through rejection, this is a sign not to give up, not to move on. You might think maybe this path isn't for me. Maybe I'm not meant to have this. Maybe it's never going to happen for me. No, all of these are rejections with the empty inboxes, the empty DMs, the lack of attention. It's meant to teach you so you can become better. And once you learn and become better from your failures, you will have a yes. So yes, with time, patience, and just handling some rejections, which feel like punches on the chin. Especially if you're in the entertainment or you want to be a podcaster, an influencer, a TikToker, a singer, it is going to be a yes, but you will have to endure some rejection. And if you guys aren't like that, you're like, I don't want the stress of fame or being seen or heard. My nervous system can't handle that, but I'm very attracted to people who do that. I know I'm meant to be with a great man. I know I'm meant to be with a great woman. I know I'm meant to be with someone who is in the public eye or is well known or heard of. It might not be your Lululemon celebrity crush, but maybe it is. You are meant to be with someone who's well known, popular, and creative. And God is preparing you to be that person, to be the partner of that person. And you might be hit with rejections, but with each no, you learn how to be more poised. You learn how to be more put together. You learn how to be more socially conscious with your EQ. So Don't let these present no's think it's always going to be a no. Eventually, it will be a yes for you. And I heard that clear as day. Please do not give up on your dreams. Please do not let rejections get you down. Keep pushing past the rejections, because like a miner digging for gold, you will eventually hit a yes. And I know it's going to happen for you. And this is a sign it's going to happen for you. And yes, I do believe sometimes when we're hit with walls, it's time to go, you know what? The universe is redirecting me, but the universe is not redirecting you. The universe is trying to sharpen your skill with these rejections, not redirect you. So it is a yes. Keep on enduring, and what you want is yours. Me and my beautiful Rabbi Roger Rabbit. My beautiful Roger Rabbit, say goodbye. If you resonated with this, be sure to sign up for my Patreon. The link is down below in the pinned comment and description. It would make us super, super, super happy.